guys just use your background knowledge to answer these questions, which is great. You know a lot about what we're learning. You could probably have this conversation, the Socratic seminar, just from what you know. But the difference between a Socratic seminar and a regular discussion is this.
Evidence.
We have to be able to kind of prove our thinking. Yesterday during literacy, I gave you time to work on this, but I'm not quite sure everyone really understood what I meant. So I'm going to be like really, really clear with you today, okay? I have a new note-taking page. It looks a lot prettier. It's in color, and it is one that we will keep. And I'm giving you some hints. So it still has the same guiding questions. What is climate change and who is responsible for it, right? There's still a spot for you to write your answer. But now, based on work that students did yesterday, I have a list of potential pieces of evidence you might be using in your answer. So for example, what is climate change and who is responsible for it? You might write in your answer something like, we watched a video about climate change and I learned that climate change is like a blanket that's enveloping the earth and making it warmer. Or maybe I learned from the article What Goes Up, which is this one, that climate change is caused by carbon dioxide going into the air, right? So today I want you to focus on using a sentence starter to help you with your answers. And I will put a few up. So, from the article blank, I know or I learned, right? You could say, while reading blank, I learned. You could say, the article
The video
blank says, in the video, and if you remember the name, but I don't even remember the name, or like in a video, I remember blank, because then you'll have another way that they might start. Jimmy, how about you start?
I learned from a video that.
Or maybe like, I learned blank from a video. And remember, like, you could say from a video, from an article. So today, in this space, I want you to use a sentence starter to help you. Okay? Because then I'm like really checking to see if you have evidence to support your thinking. So you have to tell me where you're getting that thinking from. All I care about, honestly, is that you have, for sure, one piece of really good evidence. Maybe you have two answers. So like this one, you might have to answer what is climate change and who is responsible. But like on this one, I just want to have quality answer, one quality answer. That's my requirement. Everyone has at least one quality answer. If you have more, that's awesome. You're more prepared. So you need to have each question answered at least once using a sentence starter that shows where you got it. If you're going to say, I got this evidence from the Gassy Cow article, over here, like put a check mark or fill in the box that says Gassy Cows. If you're using another piece of evidence, then there's space right here for you to write other. So you will still have all of the resources, your notebooks. Maybe you just remember from like Sarah teaching. Like maybe you remember me teaching you guys something where I drew a picture. That could count as an other. Okay? Okay, does anybody have questions on the like what to put in the answer box and what to do for the evidence box? Tina.
What if you have different, you learn this from reading a couple different articles or a couple different videos?
Oh. You still have to tell me then. You need to be able to say, like, from the articles that da-da-da, da-da-da, and da-da-da I learned. Because here's essentially what I'm hoping you will do. Like, let's say I'm going to use the gassy cow article. If I am at my desk working, I am like looking through here and trying to find exactly the evidence I want. The bulk of emissions, 55%, came from beef cattle. So if I'm going to say, from the article Gassy Cows, I learned the bulk of emissions, 55%, come from beef cattle. That makes cows and humans responsible. So I'm like finding exactly where it is in here, okay? I'm not just doing it from memory. Ava.
What if it's Sarah teaching? Can like we
Then, yeah, if it's a video or me teaching or you just learned it from like a poster, that's fine. But yesterday what happened was students went off and answered this and like I would say half of you didn't do any of this part. You just use your memory, which proves to me you're smart, but it doesn't prove to me you know how to have evidence. Okay? The second thing, oh, Broden.
For the answer, are we filling this out like right now?
Yes.
Can we like put down the same answer we did yesterday?
So, I'm gonna give you your papers from yesterday. You can if you did it right yesterday, you can like copy it down again. This way, this is just one page, so this is what you're gonna bring to the Socratic seminar. If you wanna bring the articles with you, you can. But this is like the page that when you're sitting and having it, you're gonna say, oh, okay. Well, when I read the video game article, I learned that kids are sometimes responsible for climate change because they forget to turn their electronics off. You know, and like this is going to be the piece that you can use to help you. Pierce.
What if all of your writing doesn't fit on the page?
You have a piece of notebook paper. This is also a chance for you to use like, you could take notes. So you might need to say like from the article Gassy Cows, I know cows are responsible. It is okay if you don't totally elaborate because during the discussion, you can elaborate and tell more. This is just the place where you are taking some notes, okay? The reason we're doing this is because I am going to check, this looks really complicated, but these are your names. This is what I'm gonna use during the seminar. And there's boxes for me to like take notes. One of the boxes is used as evidence. And I'm gonna give you a grade based on whether or not you are using evidence. Because that's what you guys said is part of a high quality Socratic seminar, okay? Okay, the questions at the bottom, it says, still confused? What questions would you ask? So if you are still confused about something, write down the question. If you are like, I don't understand albedo, that could be a question you could ask during the seminar. You could say during the seminar, hey, does anybody in this circle really understand what albedo is? Because I don't get it. You are allowed to ask other people questions. I care more about this top part. The question part is more like an extra.